G'day folks. This video is the first of a series concerning the energy body and energy work. And to start with, let's define what is energy work. Fundamentally, that is, energy work is the stimulation of the human energy body in some way, shape or form. There are many ways to stimulate the human energy body, and that includes yoga, posturing and tensing, the movements and posturing and tensing of Tai Chi and Qigong, various forms of dance, chanting. Any human activity affects the human energy body, and some activities cause more stimulation than others. But first off, what is the energy body? Well, the human energy body is can be said to permeate the physical body and extend from the human physical body. It is an energy, spiritual energy field, you could call it this, but fantastically complex. It has within its depths, it has structures and currents and eddies and channels and meridians and energetic organs, which we call energy centers or chakras. And the physical body is intimately bound to the human energy body, which permeates it down to the cellular level. This also involves body intelligence. I mean, your human body, physical body, has an intelligence to it, down to the cellular level, which controls cellular growth and activity, the healing of the physical body, the functioning of the physical organs of the body, the growth and replacement of the parts of the physical body. And everything about a human being is affected by your inner body intelligence. Now, to me, the body intelligence is an aspect of the unconscious mind, which is also a part of the higher self, your higher spiritual aspects. There is a gradient, which at the very bottom is the physical body and on the cellular level, and moving up from this to the subconscious mind, the unconscious mind, into higher spiritual levels, to the higher self and other divine aspects of a human being. And all of this is connected. So energy work, in one sense, stimulates the energy body directly and affects the functioning of the components of the energy body and the organs of the energy body, which also affect the functioning of the physical body and your state of being, state of mind, on the physical, emotional, mental, and all levels. Now, coming back to energy stimulation, the type of energy stimulation, energy work that I teach is body awareness tactile imaging, which is the term I made up to describe what the type of energy work that I discovered and developed a number of years ago, which is quite apt. When you focus your attention, your body's attention, on a particular part of your body, let's say in the middle of the palm of your hand here, you focus your attention on that. I mean, give it a little scratch and feel that residual sensation you cause there, and focus your attention there. Now, when you do that, you have your attention focused there, the nerves in your physical body charge up and prepare to move. It's called, I think, pre-movement neurofiring or charging. I talked to a professor about this once. But now, if you don't move that, but your physical body, but if you move that area of attention, say to the fingertips and back down to the wrist, up and down through the hand, you'll find what happens is the physical nerves in the flesh charge up and discharge with the movement of your center of attention on your body. And this charging and discharging on the nervous level causes a lot of bioelectrical activity in your physical body. Now, this causes a lot of unusual and quite strong sensations. Now, if you, on the subtle energy body level, this bioelectrical activity affects the subtle energy body and the spiritual bodies. And what you get is a ripple wave effect as your point of attention moves through your physical body, disrupting, you could say, the substance of your energy body as you move your point of awareness through your body. And that is the basis of the energy work system that I teach. In the next video, I will take you through a series of exercises to demonstrate and get you started with moving energy through your body. But now I'd like to talk a bit more about what energy work is and how it works. Energy work is extremely important for spiritual psychic development, because a lot happens when you start connecting with your physical body through body awareness, tactile imaging, the energy work that I'm teaching you here now. When you start to connect with your physical body, you also connect to your subtle energy body, which you can actually see in your mind's eye quite easily. But when you connect to that and start working with that and moving energy through that, you start to stimulate it and awaken it and define it. It becomes more clearly defined. And on another sense, this can be said to begin stimulating and awakening the soul and the spiritual aspects, your spiritual body as well, through direct contact. And with time and with energy work over the entire body, you'll find this stimulates your higher self, your higher spiritual aspects to come closer to you. So there's a lot more to energy work than just causing some tingling sensations and energy waves through the body and stimulating your psychic centers, your chakras, to produce spiritual states and psychic abilities. This is you take a holistic approach to what you're doing. You'll find this is a profound spiritual act. Energy work is, which over a period of time will bring you to spiritual awakening in a progressive sense. Now, I discovered this energy work system by accident around 1993. Now, around that time, I was living alone, and I recently discovered the computers and the internet, and I was spending a lot of time in news groups. Way back then, the internet was quite different. It was mainly text-based, syntax-based. But I was spending a lot of time in news groups concerning astral projection, because that's something I know a lot about, I've done a lot of. And this was before I'd even considered writing anything. And I started writing my first major piece, which was called the Treatise on Astral Projection, which basically grew from a FAQ, of frequently asked questions. I wrote these short articles to answer common questions, which I was continually getting asked to save myself time. And at one point, I was approached by two or three individuals who were blind. These were completely separate people, didn't know each other. And all these people have been blind since birth, and because all astral projection exit techniques in the world, and that includes all spiritual techniques really in the whole New Age world. All of them are based upon visualization. Now, a person who's been blind since birth cannot visualize. They cannot imagine sight. They cannot imagine a colour. They can feel a shape and textures, but they can't imagine sight. Now, for example, a blind since birth person cannot imagine a ball of energy, a blue ball of energy, for example, moving. It just doesn't work. So they asked me independently if I had any technique which could help them to perform astral projection better. They'd had spontaneous astral projections, that's why they were interested in inducing more. So they left that with me, and over a period of months I thought about this in the back of my mind. Something interested me there. And I was sitting meditating in the evening in my house by the fire, and I would spend several hours a day meditating in those days. I still do if I have the time. And I started thinking about a way to overcome this problem with the blind since birth guys. And it just came to me, the idea, and I know I think it was a prompt from my higher self. What would you call it, like a download? And I had the idea that as the sense of touch is very, very keen and highly developed in a blind person, that I could somehow use the sense of touch as an astral projection exit technique. And I started thinking on this, and I thought further to that, maybe there was a way to stimulate the energy body using touch, and I thought that would be a good start. And again, these ideas just came to me while I was thinking deeply about it in an altered state. And I had the idea, as I just explained to you, that if I localized my sense of touch in a part of the body, and maybe I could move that around, and possibly that would cause some kind of stimulation in my energy body. And I wasn't sure what to do, and then another idea hit me. As there are primary energy centers, chakras, like the third eye, the throat center, the heart, primary energy centers, there must also be secondary energy centers, which would probably be a better, something easier to practice on. And further to this train of logic which was appearing in my head, I started to think possibly the best place to start would be in a joint somewhere, because it's likely that a major joint in the physical body could have a secondary type or tertiary type energy center there. So I thought about this, and then I thought about starting on my feet, because I know the feet are very sensitive and important to energy work. So I played around with my foot, and the idea hit me to focus on the big toe. And I focused on the big toe joint, and trying to focus it, I gave it a little bit of a scratch with my other foot and caused a residual sensation there. And then I started feeling around that and moving that sensation. And I started accidentally moving my body awareness through my physical body, and primarily here through my big toe and its joints. And within a few seconds, the whole area in my big toe lit up. It started buzzing and vibrating and tingling and prickling, and I was getting this hot sensation there, a major energy sensations. And I thought straight away, whoa, what is this? This is fascinating. I mean, major sensations. And I started playing around and moving it through my other toes and different parts of my foot, and then my other foot, and I got consistently strong buzzing, vibrating, tingling sensations. Now these are major energy sensations. I'd never felt anything like it in my life, that was under my control, that responded to my sense of touch, my sense of body awareness, which I just discovered. And I worked on that for like an hour, and my feet were buzzing. And then I stopped, and I got up, and I thought about this, and I knew I discovered something very, very important. spiritually and about energy work. I'd never heard of anything like this, and at the time I was quite well read. I went into my office and sat in my chair, and then thinking about this some more. And then my office was my bedroom at the time. I laid in my bed on a few cushions, and I was going to have my notebook there, and I was recording the notes of my experiments and what had happened. And I just had a reading lamp on beside me, and about 10 minutes later, as I recorded this, there was a brilliant flash of light in my room, and a being appeared in my room that I didn't recognise. I had clueless. I'm a full-size human figure, as clear as you're seeing me now, and with my eyes open. And this person was about average height, fairly solid build, had a brilliant orange robe on, full-length orange robe to the floor and sleeves, and a dark-skinned, wide-faced man with this huge afro of dark hair, massive afro of hair. And I was clueless. I had no idea who this person was. And this person looked at me and smiled, and telepathically I could hear his words. As he looked at me, he says, "Well, now you've discovered it, what are you going to do with it?" And I thought to myself, oh no. I could feel it in the back of my mind. Years and years and years of painstaking work, working my way through my energy body, exploring every nook and cranny and joint. And I thought, I don't know. And the thought came again, now you've got it, what are you going to do with it? And he came towards me, huh? What are you going to do with this? And I resigned myself inside. I got the idea then to, okay, I'll do it. I'll explore it and develop this and see where it goes. And I had an inkling then that this could be developed into a major, very effective energy work system. And this being vanished and was actually only there for probably 15 seconds. I stayed awake for half the night taking notes and thinking and playing with my energy body, and then I fell asleep. And the next day I was having lunch with my mother. I'd slept in a bit, and I told Mum about this, and I said, I don't know who this being was, and I've described this being to her, and Mum said, oh, I might know who that is. And she went to a library and boxes of books and was rummaging around, throwing books out and that. And she found this little old paperback and held up with the person on the cover. And she held up the book to me and said, does that look anything like the person you saw? And I said, that's him. Well, it looks very like him. And this was a book about Sathya Sai Baba, who is an Indian mystic, quite famous. I'm sure, looking at his face, that was the exact person I saw being. Now, I did a little bit of research, had a look through the book and that, and I have never been a follower of this person, Sai Baba, and I'm not a follower now. I've done a little bit of research into him, and I have no contact with this person at all. But he appeared in my room shortly after I discovered this system of energy work. And if it didn't do anything else, I mean, I'm not making any claims here to any illusions of grandeur here. What that did do, though, that did encourage me. It gave me some identifiable source of encouragement. And over the years, as I worked on this and did enormous amounts of exploration, that was one of the incidents that kept me going, that encouragement. I think back on that and I go back to the energy work and I think, no, this has to be something important, just keep going. And I was, trying to see the energy body and its chakras and work on them, and I was making really good progress. I eventually called this system tactile imaging. It's a very, very apt system because it's a tactile system based on touch, and also body awareness is another term for it. So we call it body awareness tactile imaging. And I came up with a title for the first articles I wrote on it. I called it New Energy Ways, or NEW for short. couldn't think of anything else at the time. It seemed to fit. But this is, even though now I've written some major tutorials on this, which are on my website, astraldynamics.com, I find I also wrote a major book on this. It was released in 2007 called Energy Work, which is the best that I have on this system now, using it for stimulating and developing the energy body, and for it's particularly useful for self-healing, for healing your physical body using energy work and intention. So it's a brilliant system for combining that. Anyway, this system is continually evolving. I'm about to, this time now, at the beginning of 2011, I'm about to revise my book Energy Work, and it'll be re-released. I'll add a little bit to it, update it, some of my recent discoveries. But this system of energy work is continually evolving, and it will continue to do so. The reason why, going back a little bit, why I've taken this approach, I was explained by my higher self, who actually spoke to me. I'll get into that in another video. It takes a bit of telling that story. I was instructed to proceed on personal experience only. So I had to do something and explore it personally, and then develop it myself, and then write on it, and then share it. Because there was so much misinformation in the world today. I mean, we have a plethora of translated, often badly translated Eastern texts concerning yoga and energy work and kundalini and all kinds of things, spiritual. Now, and there are some fundamental parts which didn't translate in these texts. I mean, there are a lot of them. And one of the things that didn't translate was energy work is actually how to move energy through your body. And I think I've rediscovered this. In the original text, I think it was a given when you were taught in the original languages how to move energy by connecting with your physical body and adding visualization to that, imagination to that, to shape the energy and give it a better focus. Now, in the Western world today, all spiritual techniques are based upon visualization. Now, visualization is not a visual thing, as it is intended in the Western world. Visualization is pure imagination, because most people think when they're told to visualize something, they have to actually see something in their mind's eye. Like if they're asked to visualize a blue ball of energy hanging in front of them, they think they're expected to actually see something with their eyes closed in their mind's eye, like a little vision. And that is not the case. I mean, all the visual terminology used with visualization, like visualize this and see this, doesn't help matters. But when you explain this to people properly, that visualization is imagination, and any child, any person in the world can visualize accurately at a very, very deep level, down to every hair on a person's head, including scents and sounds and textures. Incredible accuracy, but you don't actually see anything in your mind's eye. You imagine this on like a different level of sight. And that level of sight that you imagine on is also the level of sight with which you can see your energy body and the body image, I call it. I'll get into that later on when we get into the demonstrations. But I just want to get that across. So, visualization is imagination. They are one and the same things. And once you understand that firmly, everything becomes easy. Because when you combine body awareness, tactile imaging with visualization, that takes it to a whole new level. Because the imagination shapes the action, shapes the area that you're focusing on with your body awareness. And the movements you're doing can be shaped by imagining colours and shapes and energy tools. And there's a lot more, you can do a lot more with it when you shape it in this way. Well, that's enough for now. I'll leave you with this, and in the next video I'll be taking you through a demonstration and showing you how to do some of these techniques so you can make energy work your own. Bye.